Hi there, this is Ranjit from tech2bus.com, and in this video we're going to do the full review of this D-Link cloud router. Yes, you heard it correct, cloud router. D-Link likes to call this router a cloud router, and the model name is DIR605L, and this is the actual router itself. So let's have a closer look at the same, and I'm also going to talk about what is this cloud function in this router. And this is the D-Link cloud router, and I have to say it's a very compact router. And we have this glossy plastic, you get those fingerprints, and here we have some vents, and on this side also we have vents, and we also have a button for WPS. And moving towards the back, we have two antennas. These are fixed, you cannot remove them, and these are 5 dB antennas. And we have 4 Ethernet ports. These are 100 Mbps LAN ports, so you can connect up to 4 physical computers with the same. And we also have one WAN port. Again, this is also 100 Mbps port. And here we connect the power adapter. So, sadly the plug is not designed that great. I'll get to that later on. And this is the second antenna, and again on this side we have some vents. So a pretty compact design, and this is how the router looks when it's powered on. And as you can see, this power adapter cord that I was talking about, it juts out like this. And these are the two antennas, and these are the blinking LEDs. Let me go over the same. This is the power LED that will light up, and this is the WAN light, and when it's connected to the net and there is activity, it blinks. This is for the Wi-Fi, and we have 4 LED LEDs for the physical 4 Ethernet connections. I have 2 computers connected right now, the 1 and 3, that's why they are glowing, and whenever there is activity, again it glows. Overall, it's a very simple design, and the router is pretty compact and it does not get heated up. So now moving to the performance of this router, I have divided this apartment into 4 zones, A, B, C and D, and A zone is just 5 feet away from the router, and generally all routers in this area performs well, and there was no exception with this D-Link router. It performed well, and in fact I got a very good throughput of 57 megabits per second in the zone A, and zone B is where I do all my multimedia tested, and there is one physical wall between them, and it's about 23 feet away from the router. And here also I got very good results. I got a throughput of about 41 megabits per second in the zone B, and in zone C this is about 33 feet away from the router, and there are basically 2 physical walls between the router, and some of the routers generally tend to drop out here. And I am happy to say that this D-Link router performed great even in the zone C, and I got a good throughput of about 40 megabits per second. That was very good for zone C. And in zone D, that is about 50 feet away from the router, and we have 3 physical walls and 1 door in between them. I got a throughput of about 8 megabits per second. Needless to say, these are some very good figures. Now you can see this chart where I just post the results with some of the other Wi-Fi routers that I've reviewed in the. And these are the results in megabits per second. Higher the number, better the results. And look at the last column, it's for our D-Link cloud router. And as you can see, the results are pretty good when we compare it to other routers in the 2.4 gigahertz, 130 megabits range. Now let me show you some of the cloud features of this D-Link router. And to access that on the web, you just need to go to mydlink.com. You can do this with any browser and just log on to your MyD-Link account. I have already made it, so I'm just going to log in. And you get this interface. Here it lists all the D-Link devices. For example, if you are watching my YouTube channel, you must have known that I have reviewed this wireless IP cam that's listed, and this is actually our router itself. And here it gives us a brief info about the router. It's connected. It also shows the data activity, but I feel it's not in real time, and you need to constantly hit this refresh button. So it's not doesn't make any sense. It doesn't give you cumulative data. But the good thing is it shows all the devices that are connected. And for example, if you click on this icon, it shows the visited history. So it shows the sites that you have visited with that device. So if you want to keep track of that, that's good. And here it will list all the wireless devices that failed to connect, and this will pop up here in the suspected list. You can also actually just click here to reboot the router. It's very easy to do the same. And also another good thing is that you can go to the settings option, and from here actually you can change the Wi-Fi password settings, etc. And also you can enable these notifications, so whenever a new device is connected to your router, etc., you get an email notification. So these are the cloud features of this D-Link router. I don't know the practical use of this, but if you are someone who constantly wants to know what devices are connected to your router, this is ideal for a person like that. You also have what you call an Android app and an iPhone app for this, and I'm going to show you the same using an Android phone. But for now, let me show you, it also has the traditional, what do you say, admin control panel. And I'm in the advanced option. There's also an easy option where you do not have to do anything. It sets everything on its own. But if you go in the advanced option, you get a lot of options. Actually, you get advanced port forwarding rules. You get MAC filtering. You get ACL filters, traffic control, that is QoS. You can actually using this prioritize the traffic if you won't like. You have what do you say, firewall, and also if you go to the advanced wireless settings, again if you go to the maintenance option, you can do the standard things like firmware update check. It also has option for enabling dynamic DNS. So I feel this admin interface is pretty good on this router. It is great for even advanced user and also for a no voice. Now I'm going to show you the mobile app, that is My D-Link on an Android phone, and using that also you can control this router. And now we'll be testing the mobile app using Android phone. This is a Galaxy Nexus Android phone, and I'm going to launch this My D-Link Lite, and as you can see it's logging on, and here is our D-Link router. We also have applications for iOS so that you can use it for on an iPhone or an iPad. And again, it shows all the devices. For example, the 4 devices that are connected to this router. And you can also go to this drop down and again view the history. So that's there. You can block it. And you can also reboot the router if you would like. You can change the Wi-Fi settings, for example, SSID and security, etc. So this is how you can use the mobile app to control this D-Link cloud router. And now we are testing the power efficiency of this router, and I have connected it to my power meter, and as you can see it's just consuming 1.8 watts of power, and I've seen it to go to a max of about 2 watts. This is with 2 physical computers attached with the Ethernet port, and Wi-Fi is also active. So this router is very power efficient in my opinion. So what is my overall conclusion regarding this router? Regarding the Wi-Fi performance, I was really happy about it, but this cloud feature I found it to be a bit misleading. It does not connect your devices that are connected to this router to the cloud. You can't access those files, etc. Also, I sorely miss the fact that this router does not have a USB port. It would have been great if this router had a USB port. The only thing this cloud feature does is that I would like to call it remote access and administration of your router. That's what it does. You can certainly block out some devices. For example, let's say you have your child's computer, and let's say after a certain time you do not want him to access the net on that, and you see that he's accessing, you can block out that. So if you want that kind of functionality, that is very good, and you can even do this remotely from anywhere on the web, and even by using your smartphone like an iPhone or an Android phone. So in those aspects, the cloud functionality works great. So this is a decent router, I would say. For its price, in India it sells for around 2,900 rupees, and in the US it sells for about $40 US. I hope you found this review helpful. That's it for now. This is Ranjit from tech2buzz.com, and I hope to see you in my next video.